Well, let's now focus on Bengaluru. An NDTV special campaign on the civic mess that India's big tech city is facing. Now missing the original deadline by 2.5 years, the Bengaluru Metro Yellow Line will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister on the 10th of August. But before that, NDTV's week-long campaign will be focused really on solutions as well as the problems that are being faced by many of the citizens of Bengaluru and especially the commuters. Remember, traffic woes is something that is extensively spoken about and complained about by those living in what's called India's Silicon Valley. So there have been broken vows, potholes, as well as pollution. So for a week now, we're going to focus on solutions for Bengaluru ahead of the inauguration of this fresh metro line in the city. Let's take a look at what some of the citizens had to say.
The city of Bengaluru is gearing up for a new line of metro, the yellow line, especially cutting through, a tech corridor, cutting through offices like Infosys, Biocon, and even the infamous Silk Board. Now, while of course people await a lot of these metro lines to get completed, the problems on the road, the infrastructural issues continue unabated. I'm standing here just a little off Lingarajpuram. This is a stretch of the road that is used by thousands of people on a daily basis, a road that was cut open for some developmental work but has been left in this condition for weeks together. On the footpath, you have debris, you have leftover material, you have the asphalt that has been cut open. Now it's full of slush. For people who are commuting through this stretch of the road, it's only potholes, it's slush and the dangers of skidding and falling at any point in time. I have a group of residents here with me who commute on this stretch of the road on a regular basis. Could you tell us how difficult is to commute here? How long has it been like this?
So this particular road I travel on a daily basis, and this is the condition of the road since last 8 months. They first paved the entire road and then they dug up half of the road just to put the sewer. I don't know what they are doing since last 6 months. It has been pathetic. People are falling whenever it rains. Yesterday also I saw a couple of people just fell down because of this pathetic condition of the road. Not only here, people have been getting hurt in those areas where they are first digging up the road, putting the white topping, and once the white topping is done, these people are just again digging up to do something else. So it is not only that inconvenience of the people, but it is also inconvenience as well as dangerous thing and wasting public money for atrocious use. I don't know why they are just putting the road first and then digging up again.
It's been about 2 years, I would say. That's like the gentleman said. It's been really bad. They keep making the road, then they dig it up again, and then they keep making it. Even if you go along this stretch on Lazar Road, it's actually really bad there. I mean, that is the main issue, and I've seen a lot of accidents happen. And for me as well, like you can see how eagerly I'm waiting to cross the road. There's no way, there's no footpath for people to walk around, especially this stretch, this entire thing till the slums. It's actually really bad. And we've been trying to talk to a lot of people within our community to get things escalated. I'm really glad to see you here, who's also covering it. So I would really appreciate some help and some sensible kind of way to go forward. It's just not safe at all. You can see people skid a lot of times there, people fall. Whenever it rains, it's terrible. I'm here, it's been 5 minutes, I'm late already, I want to go to the gym. There's no way to cross the road. It's just pathetic.
I know the status of these roads because I commute very often here. I'm a daily commuter, I see things here. The problem is that there is total apathy from the administration side. I see perfect incoordination, lack of coordination among the stakeholders, the agencies concerned.
Absolutely.
Whether it is
a big cause of concern between the BBMP, the BWSSB or the BESCOM, all of them of course don't work together, dig up either simultaneously or separately, leaving this poor state. आप लोग बताइए कि कितना मुश्किल है आप?
बहुत मुश्किल है आने जाने के लिए. डेली हम आते जाते, एक बार नीचे भी गिर गया था इधर रास्ते में, नीचे गिर गया, मार लगा इधर अंकी पे मार लगा, बहुत तकलीफ पड़ते है, skid हो जाते हैं, डेली आने जाने का रास्ता है.
As a taxpayer, I'm here to say the difficulties we are facing. The BBMP RA department and the SWT stormwater drain department, they're definitely not doing justice for the taxes we are paying. You can see the kind of infrastructure we have. This is all completely filled with sewage, and when it rains, this entire area floods. We literally will be soaked in the sewage to reach our offices. We are just 1 kilometer away from the IT hub. This is also called as Silicon City. I'm not sure whether it is called. I rename it as Sewage City instead of the Silicon City because the BWSSB has not given the enough STP in our area. The Sora-Hunse STP is pending. The Rajkalway's connectivity is pending. Rajkalways are filled with sewage, and the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board, they are not taking enough necessary action against BWSSB or whoever is polluting the Rajkalways, and this eventually go to the Vartur Lake. You have to go and see the Vartur Lake, how it is being polluted. When you cannot save the lakes, which is done by our great visionaries like Kempegowda, then what is the city is planning to do, or what the governance is planning to do? This is a big disgrace to the city, to what our leaders have done. So I would say, I being filled with so much of gratitude to this city, to my state, I want to build the city. You please refund the tax. We will hire up people who are high with the consciousness, who are very good at these civic things, and we will build the city. You please refund the tax, and we are done with the governance what is being given from the ages in the city. We want to bring back the glory what Kempegowda had left. So please do refund the tax. We will build our city.
My name is Atharv, and at just 12 years old, I've already fallen victim to Balagare's terrible road conditions. Every day, we're getting stuck in jams for minutes at a time, which are turning into hours, wasting time every single day. Now, it's not just about bad roads, is it? Due to constant dust from construction sites, it's leading to severe health hazards. And, for example, first graders are even learning about how to handle sewage and drainage. But look around. It is not being implemented anywhere, and this is due to neglect from all of our civic authorities.
My name is Pawan. So I have been residing in Balagare from last 5 years in Shobha Dreammakers. So I'm here to protest the bad infrastructure of Balagare. So Mahadevpura constituency, which is the highest tax-paying constituency in the entire India. But you can see the infrastructure here. It is just next to slum. I mean, the slum looks much better than our infrastructure here. There is no roads, there is no drains, no basic infra here, and we all are suffering here.